Hey, how's it going, guys? It's ZDEyE here. So, Tom Henderson has yet again made another article on the Insider Gaming related to Assassin's Creed codenamed Red. So he revealed a lot more details regarding it. Let's go over them. So Assassin's Creed franchise as a whole isn't actually moving to a new engine, just to note a few things. And we'll be using a substantial evolution of the current one named the Anvil Pipeline. So it's kind of unfortunate. I would prefer them to go to a new engine, but nevertheless, if it's actually improved than what we have already, I don't think I can complain. Now, Anvil Pipeline allows all of the various of Assassin's Creed studios to work from one unified branch, rather than different versions and branches. So perhaps everybody is going to be in the same wave or the same page of when they will be creating an Assassin's Creed games. This actually will make things easier for the developers to continue on and actually quickly, well, at least relatively quickly, of improving their titles, and just so they can actually release them as occasionally and on deadlines as well, so without too many delays. It's actually great news, but nevertheless, I am curious to see how much of an improvement will this engine be comparing to what we have now. Now, there's also mentioned that Assassin's Creed will benefit visually from the lines of ray-traced global illumination and virtual geometry. So it is kind of a wait-and-see aspect. We shall see how much of a benefit it will be. Now, this sort of move had the teams completely overhaul everything in the series. That's of course including animations, parkour system, dynamic weather, and more. And I think it just makes sense, right? Now, the combat in the codenamed Red is described as similar to Valhalla, but features a lot more gore, including blood and decapitations. That's awesome, because I feel these sort of things definitely needed to be in there, even though Valhalla actually did have plenty of decapitations, but only during those final moments when you're landing a finishing blow. But even though you'll have a lot more blood, gore, and decapitations, perhaps naturally, and when you're striking your enemies, it's kind of a wait and see how far they will take it. I really hope they take it far. Now, stealth plays are a major role in Red, somewhat akin to the Splinter Cell, as there was I mentioned, so I'm curious to see how far they can take it. Players, as an example, can actually extinguish torches, hide in tall grass and bushes, and even go prone whenever they please. So that's awesome. Now, I actually have already made a report regarding the, sticking to the shadows and extinguishing torches, so people and the enemies will not be able to see you. It really depends how smart these enemies are, because the AI in the Assassin's Creed so far, well, they've never really been exactly smart. And if they can't improve the AI, none of this will mean shit, because if the AI is dumb as bricks, then unfortunately you can breeze right through them all over again and again. Now, there's also a major evolution to the Valhalla settlement feature in the codenamed Red. I'm curious to see how far they can take it in terms of this, settlement situation. The players will be able to build their own settlements in a big way, and it's just named as the Hideout. Now, the Hideout allows players to build at their own will, and likes of the, for example, like armory, dojo, an altar, and far more of obvious options. Hideout buildings are customizable as well, from being able to be picked a building location, to being able to choose your roof design, to the interior layout, and where you can display the likes of your weapons, armor, and everything can be practically displayed. So I'm curious to see what will be the benefit within having these settlements and upgrading them. Will it be similar to that was done in Valhalla, or perhaps something a unique touch as well? Now, there's a little bit of an extra mention that Assassin's Creed as a franchise is taking a gigantic leap, and this is the first glimpse that will be seen in the Assassin's Creed codenamed Red. I am curious to see, because after codenamed Red, we will see which direction Ubisoft to choose continuing Assassin's Creed titles will be. And so I'm very curious to see how they will be able to come up with this idea. Now, there's a mention as well that Red will be revealed in the coming months. Unfortunately, we don't know the specific date or the month itself, right? So nevertheless, I think we can this is my speculation. I think we can expect this to coming sometime, maybe perhaps in May, But I am curious to see how far they can take this game, considering of comparison, right, of the Valhalla, of course Odyssey, and yes, of course Origins as well. I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit disappointed when I heard the combat is somewhat similar to Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because that was very, I wouldn't say easy, but it was brain dead, mindless. But I hope it will be, well, polished up a lot more comparing to Valhalla. Nevertheless, that's all we got in terms of the news coming from Tom Henderson. He's a fantastic leaker. Well, he gets a lot of these things from the developers anonymously. So of course he's gonna have some concrete information, and it's genuinely is awesome to see new things related to Assassin's Creed Codename Red. Not just the Assassin's Creed Red as well. I'm talking about Hexi, Infinity as well. It's just so much going on within the Ubisoft titles, especially in terms of the Assassin's Creed games. It's quite exciting, to be honest with you. Alright, well at that, thank you so much for watching, like and subscribe, see you guys all later, and do let me know what you think about this whole Assassin's Creed Codename Red ordeal, and yeah, have a wonderful day.